So hot off the heels of the first Doctor Who shoot of the year surrounding this mysterious political party Albion, filming for Series 14 has continued over the 4th, 5th and 6th of January, once again in a public location. So the location in question is Swansea University's Bay campus. And just to get right into it basically, the main takeaway we've got from this shoot is this new slug creature, some kind of new alien creature, monster, whatever. So we first glimpsed this creature on the first day of filming, in this sort of side-on view photo taken, from some distance away. It wasn't kind of a particularly close-up photo or whatever. Still great for what it was, but we kind of thought, I suppose at the time, oh, maybe that's the only glimpse we're going to get of this new creature. And then since then, we've had about 4 or 5 more photos of the creature, some closer-up photos, different angles, etc. So we have this much closer side view, which gives a lot more detail of the creature's various features. We have this front-on view, which, though blurry, does give us a better understanding of what the creature looks like from the front and gives us a better view at its eyes and face. We had another couple of closer side views, including one that's particularly detailed and kind of gives a particularly striking look at the creature. And then there was one other front view, once again, showing off all the features, all the details. Probably not the most detailed look we've got at the creature so far, in terms of a front view at least. And yeah, it looks really, really horrific and gruesome, this thing. I mean, no idea what it is. There have been people kind of suggesting that maybe it's like the gastropods from the classic series, or the tractators, other monsters from Doctor Who's past that have kind of taken a slug-like form. There are also some people saying it looked reminiscent of another comic strip monster in the vein of Beat the Meep and the Wrath Warriors. I'm not quite sure what it's called, but I believe it's like another slug-like alien from the comic The Iron Legion. I mean, personally, I think it's probably something new, but you never know. It certainly looks like a very detailed, very striking creature design, a very striking costume, so, props to the costume team, the art department, whoever's been behind this, because it really does look fantastic. And we've seen with the 60th specials that both Beat the Meep and the Wrath Warriors have been enhanced later on in post-production via CGI. So while this costume does look pretty detailed as it is, I wouldn't be surprised if there were, further enhancements to it in a similar vein, in post-production. There were 2 blonde actors there as well, sort of young, one male, one female, and they were sort of being filmed alongside this slug creature, so perhaps they were discovering it, or perhaps the slug creature was attacking them, or something like that. I mean, at first when I heard they were filming on a university campus, I kind of thought to myself, okay, we've got Millie Gibson here, Ruby Sunday, the new companion. Millie Gibson herself is 18 years old at the moment, so maybe, she could be playing a university student. Perhaps this is her university campus, Ruby's university campus, and maybe this is how she becomes embroiled in the Doctor's world by discovering this slug creature, getting involved in these shenanigans, and maybe that's how, she meets the Doctor and goes off travelling with him. But then when you look at the set dressing and the way they've dressed up this location, it does appear to be a more futuristic location, perhaps. I mean, it's difficult to say, really, but there are certain kind of indications that kind of, imply that perhaps this isn't going to be a university campus, perhaps it's just standing in for somewhere else. So one of the big open spaces on the campus was dressed up as Diamond Plaza, according to one of the signs. One of the many signs present around the campus. I mean, I think basically what they've done is taken existing signs that perhaps, that they couldn't remove or whatever, and plastered their own stuff in front of them. But yeah, it did all look quite futuristic, futuristic fonts, futuristic colours and symbols and logos and stuff. Signs delineating different hubs and different subsections and bits and pieces like that, and strange symbols around. It's not the type of stuff you'd expect to see on a 21st century university campus, which kind of leads me to believe that maybe this is like some future Earth city or future Earth civilization, or even maybe an alien planet. Or I guess it could be some kind of alternative Earth or kind of near future Earth, especially if it was tying in with the filming which took place the other day with this political party. Maybe this is set in the future once that party has taken over. Although there is nothing to confirm that that is from the same episode. Usually they film 2 episodes at once in one block, so these could very easily be from, either the same episode or 2 different episodes. There are also signs alluding to some kind of organisation, it would seem, named Finetime, including this kind of big square cube monolith thing in the centre of the plaza with Finetime logos kind of on the sides of it. So perhaps Finetime is the architect or company behind this city, behind this architecture? Or is some kind of dystopian organisation somehow linked to Albion, kind of carrying out their wishes? I mean, ultimately, at the end of the day, with all this kind of set dressing stuff, it could just be set dressing. It could just be stuff that appears in the background and doesn't actually play into the main plot itself. But hey, we're Doctor Who fans, we're going to speculate. So yeah, who knows about all that kind of stuff. But I think the main takeaway, certainly from this filming, is this fantastic new slug creature. Looks very, very intriguing indeed. A big kind of wild, wacky, what the hell kind of monster. Just out there, unashamedly, in all its glory, at this location. It's fantastic to see. Always with Doctor Who, it's that kind of thing of the juxtaposition between these kind of big, crazy alien creatures and these more recognisable sort of urban locations. So it's great to see at this early stage that is going to be carrying forth into the new era. But yeah, I think that's basically all I can say about this particular location shoot. Two takeaways really. Number one, the slug, and number two, some kind of weird alien signage possibly, or futuristic looking signage. So who knows what that's all about. But be sure to let me know your thoughts on all of this in the comments below. What do you think this location is? What do you think it's all about? What do you think the slug creature is? Do you think it is a brand new monster or something from Doctor Who's past? Whatever your thoughts, please make them known down in the comments. If you've enjoyed this video, please do leave a like and subscribe to the channel if you're new for more stuff like this in the future. And if you'd like to go the extra mile in supporting the content I make, you can find the link to my Patreon page in the video description. But otherwise, until the next one, thank you so much for watching, and goodbye for now.